Just right here.
I didn't even realise.
This is it, just right here.
And we're live.
And we're live.
Yeah.
To Facebook Live around the world. Chris Gayle, say hi.
Hello, everyone.
Well, this is a dream come true. Never did I think in a million years here would I be in Salford's Media City Studios talking to the man, the myth, the legend, Chris Gayle.
Good job, man.
It's good to see you.
It's good to be here.
Good to see that you dressed up much more appropriately than I have.
Well, I tried to bring some life in the morning. Bright it up a bit. That's why the sun is shining.
Caribbean sunshine is coming gleaming through here. So tell us very quickly what the summer will hold for you.
First of all, we got the NatWest T20 Blast. Still have a couple more games to actually finish up, and then go back home for the CPL. So after the CPL, then I'll actually get a couple months off because I've been on the road a long time. Yeah. I came from the IPL and then straight into the NatWest T20 Blast, and then the CPL after. So the body need a bit of break, but I'm pulling through strong so far. So hopefully I can actually carry on and go from strength to strength.
We will ask Chris Gayle what he does to relax and chill in a minute, because I'm sure a lot of you want to know. But why is it that you are so keen on playing so much cricket and putting on such a show pretty much all year round?
It's my livelihood. That's how I got to eat.
It's a simple being. It's a simple being.
If I don't play, exactly. If I don't play, there's no bread to actually get butter on. So I got to play the game right throughout the year. But at the same time, there's life after cricket as well. We play so much cricket and we travel the world so often. There will be a time where you need a little bit of break here and there to actually spend some time with your family and those sort of things. So we just have to try and monitor it as much as possible as we go on.
A lot of people will be looking forward to seeing you play for Somerset in the T20 Blast.
That's true.
But if you can just give us a visualization of what it's like to play in the IPL, because that place is just cricket carnage crazy, isn't it?
It is. The IPL tournament, I'm sure you have seen it on TV, but to actually experience it, it's a total different scenario when you have 20,000, 30,000 people chanting, say we want a six, we want this, we want that. It's just a fantastic tournament. That's where all the big names come together, and that's why the IPL is number one. We can actually watch cricket. The best is up against the best, and those things actually bring out a different scenario or a different atmosphere where everybody see a great battle, with the best bowler against the best batter, and just the atmosphere is just superb, very, very intriguing and fantastic. And the NatWest will actually need to build, but everything takes time.
What's it going to do to get to that standard?
Well, I think they're going to do it. They're going to change it up, the whole concept next year. So next year will actually be franchise cricket. What we have around the world where we have franchise cricket. England doesn't have it. So I think they're changing up that format next year. So hopefully I think it will be a success because it's a great place to play cricket, and they started the T20 version as well. Yeah. So it's a great place to actually introduce the franchise cricket in England, get more international stars coming over, and it will actually build England cricket as well. It will actually help them. England made it to the final in the T20 as well. So it's not like the short of T20 cricket because they have a great team as well. And all the guys got skills as well, so it should be more compact with international players in one dressing room.
We're racking up questions that we have to ask Chris Gayle. How do you relax? England in the T20 final. We'll go into all of that in a moment's time. But here's a question that's come in. Who is the toughest bowler you have faced?
The toughest bowler I've actually faced, I get that question so often. I'll put Glenn McGrath, but I haven't faced him much in my career. And when I just started my international career, Wasim Akram, he was one of the toughest bowlers I've actually faced. Wasim Akram, I was batting at number 5 at the time when I made my test debut and those sort of things, and he nipped it around. So it was very difficult, and at the same time, it was a learning experience as well. But Shoaib Akhtar, if you want to put it in the perspective of toughest, he was the scariest one.
First man hitting those kind of speeds.
Yeah, Shoaib Akhtar coming at your head 95 miles per hour, and the likes of Brett Lee those days, so those moments were scary. But good thing about it, I was young and the eyes were actually sharp. It's still sharp though, but it was very sharp with him.
Can we see the eyes? Just give us a little under the bridge. There we go. There they are.
Careful what they say about eyes, because the eyes are a problem to many people.
But it surprised a lot of people that Chris Gayle might seem scared that he was going to run 95 miles an hour. Was it generally for you, as a younger batsman, a younger cricketer, that was was a challenge.
It was a challenge. I can't show fear to bowlers. There's no way.
Put the glasses back on.
Yeah, I don't show fear to bowlers. You know, even if I get a hit, you know, you don't even rub it. You know, you have to make them know you're here to stay, and it's a battle out here, and it's a war zone. So it's either you or me. And most of the time, Chris Gayle is going to win. Even though it takes just one delivery to actually get me out, but it's superb. You know, it's just a great battle, keeping the competitiveness going. It's fantastic.
Well, that is certainly the attitude that you've got to have if you're going to get to where you are. Your idol growing up? That's another question.
I didn't really have an idol, you know, to be honest with you. As a youngster growing up, you know, I was more into football. I used to play a lot of football on the street. I didn't say I listen, I would idolize a particular player, you know, but as I get older, start playing youth cricket, you know, I'll watch a bit of Brian Lara and those sort of things. Not idolizing, you know, but I'll watch Brian Lara because he's an entertainer. And, you know, that time, I grew up without TV as well, so I didn't like be 24/7 behind a TV, watching TV and watching cricket. You know, but I played the game a lot, you know, but I didn't really have like an idol growing up like that. But, you know, it's good to actually eventually share a dressing room with someone, you know, you watch, or, you know, you didn't think you'd actually dream of sharing a dressing room with, like a Lara or Courtney Walsh or currently Ambrose, you know, so it was a great thing for me.
Yeah, we have to bring up that T20 final. I think it's about time. And it was those guys who were there watching the Curtly Ambrose that were there seeing you guys, well, whipping England out of the field. Just take us to what it was like for you coming into that final over, where it looked like England were going to take this final, were going to take this match, and then, well, then we know what happened, all those sixes.
Yeah, it was a great game. You know, England played fantastically well. You know, it's unfortunate they came out on the losing side, which I'm actually happy with. You know, but it was a good game all round. You know, at one stage, you know, we started well, we were on top, getting wickets and everything. Then Root came in, built a partnership with Butler, and bring England back in the game as well, and give them a decent total to actually build upon. So overall, then England come with a surprise. Root again, opening the bowling, first over 2 wickets, early wickets. So basically, the West Indies actually, you know, set back on track. You know, Marlon Samuels came in, you know, build the innings, give us a bit of momentum, and try and build around him and everything like that. But as it get to the crunch time, you know, I mean, regardless of the game, I mean, a lot was going on within West Indies and with players and everything like that. We wanted this trophy badly. And, you know, in the dugout sitting and watching the game, then it boiled down to the last, you know, 2 overs. I forgot how many runs we wanted when it was actually 2 overs at a particular time. But Chris Jordan come and bowled a fantastic, you know, second to last over and put England in a winning position, you know, 19 runs off the last over. So I'll say to myself, you know, some of us are in a bit of doubt, you know, it's not like we're going to say, oh wait, we know we got it, we knew we got it, we knew that. Some of us are a little bit what, you know, at the same time, in this situation, you know, saying in the dugout, if the first ball can go for a 6, you know, the bowler will actually be, you know, under pressure. And it's only actually 3 hits away to actually give yourself a chance to tie the game. And then once you get that, you know, to be fantastic and Brathwaite, you know, hit the first one for 6. But when the second one went for 6, you're like, oh yes, game done. That's it, game done, game done. So, and then he was in the zone, boom, hit the third one. Oh yeah, we want to run onto the field straight, but we needed one more run. And then he finished it off flawless. And that was, you know, one of the happiest moments again, you know, for me. Yeah, one of the best games I've actually been in. Because so, you know, I'm glad I beat England. I'll tell you an issue. If England actually beat West Indies that day, I'd have cried. So I'm glad I beat England in the final. Well done, West Indies.
There you go, saying it how it is. Okay, you are listening, you're watching the Chris Gayle live on Facebook here at the BBC Centre Media City Studios in Manchester. We're going to rattle through a couple more quick questions if we can, Chris. Any tips for hitting the ball out of the ground?
It's good on, your good hand and eye coordination, to be honest with you. For me, it might work for someone else, but I go to the gym a lot. It's all about timing. People say I'm big and strong, you know, it's just all the weight, what you feel comfortable with, the bat, what you feel comfortable with, and make sure you can manage it. And you have to have a good balance. You have to have a good balance, a good base to be able to hit 6s.
There you go, that's one of them. What else can we get? Your favourite ground and why?
I love Savannah Park, you know, Jamaica. you know, back home, because home will always be home. You know, I have to say Jamaica, the atmosphere when you're playing there. So the cheer you get, the environment is good. And the next thing about it is when you do bad there, they're gonna cuss you. So it kind of, when they're playing at home, it kind of puts you on your toes a bit. So you listen, you gotta peep, you know, you gotta give them something and ease them up off your back a bit. So Sabina Park is the greatest place for me to actually, you know, play cricket. But so many, you know, stunning venues around the world to play cricket as well. You know, you have the Cape Town. You have the home of cricket here in England as well, you know, but it's been fantastic, MCG and those places, but I mean, it's got to be Sabina Park. It's very thrilling.
This guy gets around. I promised that I would ask the question. You're going to have a little bit of time off later on in the summer, so what does Chris Gayle do to relax?
What does Chris Gayle do to relax? I love to sleep. You know, I love to sleep.
It's an important part of the process.
I sleep. I'll sleep like, you know, during the day I'm asleep in the day. I'm always up at night. It doesn't matter where I go in the world. I find myself sleep a lot in the day, and I'm always up in the night. Even during the IPL, I go to bed like 7 a.m. You know, if you're in England, I'll go to bed like 5 a.m. because I can't really sleep in the night. And you know, have a bit of fun. You know, you gotta hit the club.
Of course you do.
You have to hit the club. You know, and a bit of party and fun as well. You know, once you can get the time to fit those sort of things in, you know, that's how I fit it, and it actually relaxes me. You know, having fun relaxes me. So when Chris Gayle is having fun, he's relaxed. You know, because the game is so stressing, the traveling is so stressing. You're away from home. You know, so those things can actually put you in a sort of comfort zone to have a bit of fun, and that's me, and that's life for me on a whole. To have fun.
Sounds like he's having a good time. I was at the 2012 T20 finals when I saw you guys win a triangle. I know you had fun.
Oh, yeah.
You didn't know me at the time, Chris, but I was watching. You were having fun then. You're still having fun. Great to see you.
That's true, man.
I can vouch that the man is big and really strong.
Yeah.
There you go. The pecs to die for. You've been watching Facebook Live.
Yeah.
Good night.
Cheers, everyone. Respect.